telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember, I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Neath the stones that once was my home, bleach neath the stones that once was my home. Bleach.
Fuck Trump, this for sitting Bull Geronimo. Blast from the past, it's the last of the Taino. Return of the prodigal, pen game bionicle. Writing the King's Chronicle, lifestyle's iconical. Y'all too solid, nigga, you already know. Don't fuck with fuckboys, pendejos, or maricons. Venaki, vamonos, crushing mics like styrofoam. Snatching rapper souls and stashing bodies in catacombs. I left the world and I ain't never going back again. Roll with righteous men like General Mahayaman. Taught me to maneuver through bullshit you couldn't factor in. No matter how hard the walk, I'll never pack it in. Untouched in the lions, then battle Leviathan. Cause I ain't never been a homeborn slave or a hireling. Living in Babylon, a concrete Amazon. Slamming Qurans in front of Farrakhan on Ramadan. It's for you vagabonds, can't touch the air I'm on. I'm tired of you niggas playing dress up, this ain't Comic-Con. That's the type of shit that I'm on. You wanna battle, then I'll do you as the Book of Kisan, motherfucker. Here they come, here they come, here they come, yo. Here they come, here they come, here they come, yo. Here they come, here they come, here they come, here they come, come. This or that, this or that. Get with this or that, this or that. Get with this or that, this or that. This, that. The black sheep who walk to the beat of a different drum, tune of a different hum, guitar with a different strum. Seen a few days that was looking darker than plums. Cause these crackers try to snatch your soul like Shang Tsung. Fuck the police, sit down for national anthems. Kidnapping the rap game and hold it for ransom. Still one of the dopest MCs that be under the sun. My notes could explode your whole galaxy like a Samsung. Every verse is just monstrous, flowing more than hydrolysis. Walk with a pair of balls that's bigger than hippopotamus. Killing this shit like Spartacus, dead to Remus and Romulus. Taking over your continent, conquering every providence. Rule with an iron rod, totalitarian dominance. Bend the knee or else suffer the consequence. Spit fire like a dungeon dragon. Stay hungry like I came out of land with a famine. Set my own trends, never jump on no bandwagons. Like you corny motherfuckers sporting female fashion. You know talent having, swagger jacking, lacking passion. Need your ass kicked, ass backwards dabbing. Half-ass rapping, full-fledged faggots. I'm feeding you the maggots after autographing your casket. Sick of you bitches. None of y'all can fuck with the captain. Verbal assassin, toe tagging all of you bastards. Close caption. Or that, this, or that. You get with this, or that, this, or that. You get with come, yo. Here they come, here they come, here they come, here they come, come. This, or that, this, or that, this, or that, this, or that. Engine, number 9 on the New York Transit line. If my train goes off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Back on the scene, crispy and clean. You can try if you want.
So special.
This shit is endless. What I speak is the truth. I don't care if it's offensive. 12 rounds hit hard, and this shit gon' go the distance. Way to exit cool, but wait till you see the interest. Know that we them niggas when we walk inside the entrance. Put me as the GOAT, you should be honored to get a mention. All my clips is standard, but I still get extensions. Switch on the big 30, sound like when it's spitting. Album so high, I had to give them an extension. One West till they bury me. Yeah, that's the commitment. Don't trust the soul, niggas purring or they hissing. Been winning so much, they didn't think I put the fix in. Get the game to go my way, they gon' thinking that I rigged it. If I say it in my raps, I would do it or I lived it. What you say in your raps is entertainment, you just kidding. Hard times, I got tired of being broke, so I fixed it. This pole get the job done. Nigga, this is stick shit. What I speak is the truth, I don't care if it's offensive. The life that I chose, no turning back, we end this. They don't understand till we tell them no forgiveness. Rain on them, 40 days, 40 nights, shit is endless. What I speak is the truth, I don't care if it's offensive. This the life that we chose, no turning back, we end this. They don't understand when we tell them no forgiveness. Rain on them, 40 days, 40 nights, this shit is endless. In reincarnation, so you know this endless. I'm solidified and stamped, that's why I walk with a signet. Build it from the ground up, did it all independent. Don't put your head in my business, to the wall I'm appended. They say I walk around like I'm perfect, bitch, I'm sinless, blameless. And if you ain't the same, I'm against it. Was born with the shit, the other half, I'm just gifted. 20 on me, wish a nigga would so I could spend it. Start from the branch, then I ain't at the soil you. Got a peer on me, that'll leave your family tree for you. Can't catch you, then I get your man, make him lord you. The only comp is me, and I'm trying to be cordial. I feel like I'm royal, you interchange with the mind. I love a 10 with a sexy walk, but I take a switch with a 9. Gear up and go crazy when they tell me it's time. Empty the whole clip to the last shot like the game. What I speak is the truth, I don't care if it's offensive. The life that I chose, no turning back, we end this. They don't understand till we tell them no forgiveness. Rain on them, 40 days, 40 nights, shit is endless. What I speak is the truth, I don't care if it's offensive. This the life that we chose, no turning back, we end this. They don't understand when we tell them no forgiveness. Rain on them, 40 days, 40 nights, this shit is endless. Yeah, I hear these niggas when they talk.
Alright, we in here, we good, we done did it, we already good, no time in Christ, man. Shalom, Israel, we are the I.S.U.P.K. We started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're in the Commander General YAHANNA, and we're not affiliated with any other so-called Hebrew Israelite group. This is the home of the truth, man. Since 1969, we've been teaching this truth. And today, special day, man, in Israel, the Feast of Purim. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into some of the history about it, rehash, what happened at that time and why it's so important, why the Bible calls for us to remember this day throughout our generations, even though it's not a, high holy day per se, you know what I'm saying? It's a memorial. And we decided as a people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the children of Israel, to observe this day, to remember it every year, you know what I'm saying, throughout our generations. So we're going to get it in. Big up to all the brothers and sisters, man. It's a feast going on too, man. Brothers is out here cooking right now. We got, hamburgers and sausages on the grill. Sisters cooked up dishes. You know what I'm saying? We got the wine on deck, got the strong on deck, man. And it can't be done without this brotherhood. So I want to give a shout out to everybody that's here. You know what I mean? Everybody that sent, funds in, everybody who's supporting us who couldn't come tonight. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all up on here, big up. I.S.U.P. people up, Shayara, big up Shayara, Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Lathabah, Shemi Yahweh Shah says, Priest and Officer, Dr. Lamar, Shalom, Yahweh Shemi Yahweh Shah, Barakah. Can't do it with without none of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Very heavy hitters in this truth, man. So we're going to get into it tonight. Shaq, you got anything in your mind on it? Oh, shit, sir. Please. It's always, you know what I mean? Like, where do I start? It's always something on my mind. Like, you know, like you say, remember him. Like that's the big thing. You know what I mean? We want to forget. You know what I mean? We want to forget so we can, you know what I mean, incorporate ourselves to to what this society is pushing. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you bringing it out, you got to remember. You know what I'm saying? We decided to keep this, you know what I mean, throughout our generation. So how do we keep it? By teaching it. You know what I'm saying? By like what you're doing right now, sir, coming on the airways and, you know, teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true Black history.
Damn right. That's so right, man. Like, that's what this is. This is true Black history. You know what I'm saying? This Bible is Black history. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we just finished off the shortest month of the year, man, in February, Black History Month. We just missed out on the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? In I.S.U.P.K, we teach Black history year round. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in this Bible, man. It's what we breathe. It's what we walk. Everything that we are is Black history. Everything that we are is Black excellence, Black empowerment. Whatever the hell else they got out there that, you know, think is Black and Black. You ain't Black and Black if you ain't in I.S.U.P.K, man. You don't love Black people. You don't love minorities because you march with Black Lives Matter. You love minorities because you in I.S.U.P.K, man. Because you stop celebrating Christmas and Easter and you keep the Purim. You know what I'm saying? You keep the Passover. That's how you love Black people. But we'll prove it in the scriptures. We'll get on into it. Purim. It's a series that you can read it. What is it? Esther 9? Okay, so in Esther 9 is where we're going to start. But if you got any questions along the way, we need to go back and forth. I want to get the whole thing on, you know, like how Esther got to that position and all that. So we'll jump around just to get the backstory so that everybody knows. Anybody in here know what Purim is about off top? Anybody? You know? Sisters, y'all know?
Esther and Mordecai telling her to risk her life for her people, type of thing.
Okay.
And that they listened and that they did spare not killing the Jews.
That's correct. Absolutely right. Give her a hand. You know, right. As if you must have read, you must have pre-studied before you came to class, man. That's what any good student should do. That's what you said. You're right. Okay, no problem. You check this out, Google this up. That's what any good student should do. But absolutely right, sis, right? Esther, who was a sister, her stepfather, basically, or adopted father, is her uncle, Mordecai. You know what I'm saying? She lost her parents. Mordecai, her uncle, raised her. Our people were enslaved by some stinking Persians or Africans, whatever the hell you want to call them. And he saw Esther, you know, like how these crackers see how these oppressors see our sisters all the time. Oh, she's so beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And he wants to, you know, get her on his team, you know, and that's exactly what happened with Esther, man. So we're going to read about it. Basically, Mordecai, her father, you know what I'm saying, in essence, encouraged her to be strong and to stand for her people and forget this, you know, this heathen that she was dealing with that, you know, wanted to make her his wife, but to, you know, really show love to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you know what I'm saying? Use your position, use your power, use your influence, you know what I'm saying, for your people, which is what every one of us should do. It's what LeBron James should do. It's what Beyonce should do. But they can give a damn about us at the end of the day. Like, they're not using their influence the way Esther did. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the few of them that do, they get ostracized, they get blackballed, and then they right back to kissing the white man's ass. Kyrie Irving, I don't know, I'm not going to speak on Kyrie Irving went back yet.
Not that I know of, sir.
Most of that brother got some gumption. You know what I'm saying? He got some get to itness with good. But a lot of those brothers, once you try and, you know, do something for your people, Esau get to you, your former slave master get to you, and you right back to how it was. Esther was the first solid example of, especially in a sister, you know what I'm saying, just being hardcore about her people, man, not being a selfish, disgusting monster, you know what I'm saying, but actually giving a damn about somebody other than herself, you know what I'm saying. So we're going to read about her, and we will definitely remember her every year. You know what I'm saying? I think sisters should remember her every day. I think brothers should remember her every single day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, this is the type of woman that you want. You want a woman that is a ride or die, thick or thin, no matter what. She up, you down. Man, I'm going to risk mine for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna risk my position. I'm gonna risk all of this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all way down there. She in the palace. She in the palace. We don't read about it anyway, man. Yeah. Anybody have something to say? Any questions? Any comments? Good. Let's rock it. Start. Yes, sir.
Book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus, this is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 127 provinces.
Over what?
Over 127 provinces.
127. 127 provinces. Right. So this cat, he got the reign of damn near everything, man. He's everywhere. This cat, he got, just like America. They got land here, they got land there. That's why I don't know whether he's a Persian or African. He ruled from Ethiopia all the way over to India. Who knows? I don't know what the hell this cat was. You know what I'm saying? But he was the man. He could make whatever call he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 2. In those days, when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan, the palace, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all princes and servants, the power of Persia and Mede, the nobles and the princes of the provinces, being before him, when he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honors of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days. And when those days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan, the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
Anybody keeping up? If you're keeping up, anybody want to explain what's going on? Want to give us a synopsis? If we could explain this to one of the younger brothers or the younger sisters in here. Sure, we want to give it a try. You understand what's going on right now? No sweat. Don't even worry about it. Shaq?
Oh, Khan,
So you put you on the spot.
it's no sweat. So this king basically, he wanted to show off his riches and everything that he's got, his glory, and he did that. He did that for 100 and some days to the other princes that were, round about him. He brought them all in and showed them his glory. Then he said, you know what? That's not enough. I'm going to have a feast, and we're going to feast, and everybody's going to enjoy my riches and majesty, and I'm going to show them how I ball out. So small and great. He said, come to the palace, come in, I guess, the courtyard area or whatever, and check it out. Come eat and feast with me. And that's where we at right now.
Right, it's a party for everybody. Small and great. Everybody, the princes of all these provinces that he's over.
Right.
You understand? Like he's over Ethiopia. Right. He's over, just like the president of the United States is over,
whatever state.
Yeah. Or the state, and then also like the little territory.
Right.
And all that.
True.
Same thing. Like we having a party. Throwing it for 3 months. It's a 3-month party. Y'all come through. You got time.
Right.
You're going to have time. So 3 months, come through. Just see how I do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody came through for these 3 months. He's throwing this party. That's how much money he got. That's how lavish he's living. I run all of this. Right? Showing out like Nishak said, you know what I'm saying? Letting everybody know how he do. All right, keep going.
Yes, sir. Esther 1 and 6. Where were white, green, and blue, hanging fastened in cords of fine linen, and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble. The beds were of gold and silver, upon the pavement of red and blue and white and black marble.
That's like my dream. I want marble every goddamn thing, man.
That's like my dream. I don't even know what that is, where it come from, but marble just sounds like the bomb in any form. So I want marble on everything. And when you read about Solomon's temple, it was like the same thing, man. Like all of this marble and this ivory and all of this different stuff. This cat is doing it, and he's letting everybody know. Like, yo, I got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, listen, you ever sat on a marble toilet? It's something different. I got this guy. He does some amazing things with marble. This cat had everybody come through for 3 months and see exactly how rich and how wonderful he was. That's how he was able to get Esther. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just gonna jump the gun so the shot can skip. These sisters, you know, not sisters in I.S.U.P.K, of course. But these sisters in the world, oh Lord, I.S.U.P.K, what's his name?
Yeah,
Y'all be talking about him on TikTok. Girl, he had a marble toilet. I was on the toilet and it did something. He has this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how he got Esther. You know what I'm saying? Like Esther, come on now.
They make videos about him. They call him Gold Digger Prince.
That right? You know what I'm saying? Listen. Well, I ain't gonna say Esther's a gold digger. Stop, man. You know, I'm just saying that's how he was able to get her because why? He has everything there is. You know what I'm saying? She don't care what he look like. She don't care how ugly he is, what he smell like. He just hairy as he can be. She don't care. He got a marble toilet. Right. This is it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like no offense, you know what I'm saying? Not y'all sisters. The sisters in the world, that's all it takes. Like some stupid, some. Do you know he has fur on his? No, I didn't know that. Who cares? It's enough.
right.
It's enough. And Esther was like, I'm just telling you, I've read this story a million times since I've been in the truth. Esther was one of the finest sisters you've ever seen in your life. I can tell you that right now. We're gonna read. Go to that part where it talks about. I think is it Vashti?
Yeah, Vashti, his princess. I mean, his queen.
Yeah, let's read about Vashti, the one that he had before he met his sister Esther. Okay, let's read about that.
Esther chapter 1 and verse 8. It's like the verse 8. And the drinking was according to all the law, none did comply. For so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house, that they should do according to every man's pleasure. Also, Vashti the queen made a feast for the women in the royal house which belonged to King Ahasuerus. One the seventh day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, on the seventh day, when the king's heart was merry with wine, he commanded Maham, Bazak, Habana, Bagath, and Gagath, Zarok, and Kasarth, the 7 chamberlains that served the princess, served in the presence of Ashur the king, to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to show the people, the princess, her beauty, for she was fair to look on. But Queen Vashti refused to come at the king's command.
Stop right there. All right. So, in case, basically, the king, he knows he gets the prettiest women that there is. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you got money like that, of course, you're gonna have the baddest brides there. You know what I'm saying? Vernacular or whatever. But anyway, he wanted to show her off. And you know how sometimes some of y'all have had some bad ones, you know what I'm saying? She like to get a little, a little ahead of herself, you know what I'm saying? Like she just feel like you didn't complimented her one too many times. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't told her how beautiful she is one too many times. Now it's going to her head to where you ain't nothing. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It only matters, I don't know. That's how Vashti is. Vashti is like, I don't care that you think I'm beautiful and you want to show me off. Leave me alone. I'm busy right now. You know what I'm saying? Where, other women would be upset because you're not appreciating her beauty or her wonderfulness, how she can cook or whatever. She done got so far ahead of herself to where She don't care nothing about what this king, this extra rich man is doing. She don't appreciate him no more. She take him for granted. And she's like, man, what did she say? One more time?
Come. But the Queen Vestige refused to come to the king's commandment by the chamberlain.
A king can't control no woman, man. I hear these women talking about you gotta be able to control you get take care of your house, control your house. You can't control nobody. What woman can be controlled? Where is she at? Bruh, she has to be able to control her goddamn self. Shut your damn mouth. Be in subjection. Subject yourself. That's how it works. I can't do it. You gotta do it. I can't subject you to me. You gotta subject yourself onto me. You know what I'm saying? And this Vashti will show you right here. The king, he will kill you. I think he killed her. As a matter of fact, I think he killed her when you read on. He can't control her. She's gonna do what she wanna do. The king called her. I don't give a damn. Tell the king that. All right, keep going.
Come. So
Luckily, we ain't got no bullshit right now. I don't quite that.
Esther 1 and 12, in the middle of 12. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burnt in him.
Man, that's an innocent precept. You know, somebody, come on now.
Fire is kindled in you must anger.
Deuteronomy 22, 32 and 22.
32 and 22.
Yeah, absolutely right. Get a brother a hand. Same exact thing. This is hell. This is the Lord said that a fire is kindled in his anger, right? Which is what hell is. People think that hell is under the ground. That's the fire that you live in forever. No, it's just God's anger. It's what happens to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the ghettos, in the prisons, in the reservations. You know what I'm saying? At your job, on the street, at school, at work, wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? It's the anger of the Most High. And it hurts, it burns, it is unbearable. I don't want to go see this tomorrow. I can't take this no more. That's what it is. Well, here you can have a precept for that. Deuteronomy 32. King Asuris, who is not even an Israelite, he's saying that his anger is like fire. You know what I'm saying? Read it one more time.
Come, sir. Esther 12 in the middle. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burnt in him. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew law and judgment. And the next unto him was Sharasna, Shathara, and Thamach, Tarash, Marasana, and Maraka.
So basically, the king respects men of like a different level. Like even though he's the king, he knows that there are men that know things, that are, learned in different things. He knows he needs advisors and counselors and things like that. Right? Read that last part one more time about the king and who the people that he's dealing with.
Then the king said to the wise men.
Said to who?
The wise men, which knew the time.
Which knew the time. What does that mean?
They knew like the laws and stuff like that.
Not the law. Like the times, okay. When he talks to the wise men that know the time, right? So basically, like they understand what's what. Like just think about somebody who's learned in any area, any department, agriculture, or whatever, right? And if he sees the pods on the seeds turning a certain way, he like, oh, it's time for this. You know what I'm saying? It's time for that. So they know the time. Like when they see certain things happening, these wise men, they're like soothsayers and what do they call them? What do they call them? Predictors? What do they call them? Predictors? Psychics.
If I may, so like what you're saying is like he see what this sister did, and he's like, okay, I know what's going to happen now. You know what I mean?
No. He's going to his wise men.
Okay.
And his wise men are they notice the time. So basically, what I'm saying is he appreciates something higher than him, even though he's the king.
Right.
and he don't serve the Most High Yahweh, he looks at something that's higher than him. So these wise men that know the times, they're like special to him. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody that he would respect and he would look on to, like, oh, yo, what y'all say about this? What's going to happen here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think is about that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're like his God.
Right. That's, if I may, that's what I meant. Like they would know what's gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? Because
He thinks they do.
right.
He thinks
Right.
they're his God.
Come.
They're the wise men to him. But I'm just saying, the point is that all that power that he got, he still look at somebody else who don't have the power that he has, that they are something, this wise man. That's why we'll get to keep going.
Then the king, like Esther 1:13. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew the law and judgment.
See that? Such was the what?
For so was the king's manner.
This is how he was. This is how he was towards people who were about something higher, that knew the laws, that knew the time, that could, you know what I'm saying? Like he had a respect towards them. He looked at them on a different level. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Towards all that knew law and judgment. And the next unto him was Kronaha, Sathar, Amatha, Toshah, Mamur, Marsana, and Makana, the 7 princes of Persia and Mede, which saw the king's face, and which sat the first in the kingdom.
Stop right there. Anybody want to break that?
Come.
Oh, you want that? Get that.
Come. So, like you said, the men that he looked to for, to know these things, like after this thing happened to him, they saw his face, like they knew it, they saw his countenance. Okay.
So these are two different things, right? Okay, so when it says the wise men and all of that, we'll go back to the part about the wise men.
Come. Verse 13. The king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew law and judgment. And the next unto him was
all of them. Right. So the next unto him means what?
It's like the men that were like the rank under him. They were right under him.
Right. So this is the rank under him. These are the men that are right under him. Come. Skip past all their names.
The 7 princes of Persia and Mede, which saw the king's face.
What is that?
Oh shit! If I may, they were the ones who were close to him.
Right.
They looked right at him.
Right.
Come.
Right. That's what it's talking about. These are the cats that's right under him. These are the next 7 cats that are in rank under him. They saw his face. Right. It's like somebody that goes to Walmart and they're like, "Let me speak to your manager." Nigga, I'm the manager you talking to right now. This is all you get. Let me talk to corporate. No, you don't see corporate. Only my boss gets to see corporate because they see his face. They're within the 7 that get to see his face. You don't get to see his face. Everybody don't get to go over there. Sit your ass down somewhere. You deal with me. You don't like me? I'm too much of a bitch for you. I don't know what to tell you. That's all I got for you. Go ahead.
Which saw the king's face, and which sat at the first in the kingdom. What shall we do unto the queen, Vashti, according to the law?
These is dog. They is right hand. I know the hell she did. That bitch tried you like that, kid. Hold up. My name. Right. What? Listen, I know you know. I'm gonna keep it cool for you. What you want us to do? You just say the word out. We got you. We gonna go and we gonna handle all of that. That's how they looking at it. What this woman did was so treacherous. It was so disgusting. Like the nerve of her. Like this cat got marble toilets. Who does that to him? Who says that to him? I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say that to him. She did that. Sir, what's happening? What do you want us to do? Go ahead.
Come. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to law? Because she has not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamberlain.
What does that part mean? Like, you heard what I said. Now, why is this part what they just said? Why what are they saying?
They're saying that, okay, she disrespected it. Basically, if I may, what shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law, because she had not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus? She broke the law, basically.
Yeah.
She disobeyed orders.
Yeah. All of that's right. That's of course.
Right.
But there's something about this why they're asking.
Okay.
They worried about her setting a precedent for the other women. Well, that's too far ahead.
Yeah, that's too far ahead, but I'm saying like in this time that is true. But in this in our time, like why are they saying what they're saying? Like according to the law, they're saying what should we do according to the law? You know, and what else?
Because she has not performed the commandment.
Now, who else could do this? And I almost just gave it away by saying that. Who else could do that? But now they're asking about Vashti, like, what are we supposed to do now? Why are they confused? If I ask it like that, does that make more sense? Like, why are they confused on what they should do according to the law? Like, ain't the law clear? Doesn't the laws explain itself? Why are they asking?
Because there is no punishment for this, or there's no punishment for what she did.
No, there is punishment. That's why they're saying, what do we do? Like, yeah, that's okay. So now, if I tell you that, that's what you would think. There must be no punishment for this.
She did it before?
No,
Okay.
It's because she's the queen.
Right.
Can we touch her? Is it all right for us to punish her according to the law the same way as everybody else? Because I wouldn't do that, sir. Nobody else would do that. If anybody else did that to you, I'd kill them on sight. I wouldn't even ask. Why would I ask the king, what should I do according to the law? Nigga, you're dead. But this is your wife. Are you going to let her get away with this, sir? Because if you're going to let her get away, who am I to say a goddamn thing? But when they saying, according, what shall we do? Do you want us to handle this or not? That's basically what they're saying. Because they know she should die. But it's his wife. This is your wife, Zechariah. This is your wife. You want me to kill her? Because I'll kill her. We'll straight up kill her right now. What do you say?
And Makan answered before the king, the princess Vashti, the queen, have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the providence of the king Ahasuerus.
Which is what the sister was saying. Right. Like, this is gonna hurt everything. You fucking me up.
Right.
Now I gotta go home and I gotta deal with my wife.
Right.
And she gonna think she can do this shit to me, sir. Salakia. I'm not having that. I will kill it. If you don't want to kill yours, excuse me. I'm not saying I'm killing nobody. I'm just saying this is how he was talking. He's a Persian. I'm Israelite. We don't talk like that. But what he's saying is, if you want me to take this on the chin for you, sir, I'll do it. But I'm just letting you know that it's not gonna look good for me, you, nobody else, her. You know what I'm saying? So he's asking the king, is it all right for me to treat her like anybody else? I know she's your queen. I know she's your wife. You ain't gonna do nothing. I can't do a goddamn thing. But what should I do right now? What did he say?
Verse 17, for this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes, when it shall be reported. The king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Mede say this day unto the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there all arise too much contempt and wrath.
Come on, man. Can somebody give me this like in 22 2020, 2023 terms. Like, what's going on right here? Like, what did? Okay, maybe I'm asking wrong. Go ahead.
Okay, this is like Cardi B, Beyonce, and whoever the other ones are saying the stuff that they say, you know, and now all the women hearing it and they're doing it. And now we all jabbed up. Now
Oh
jabbed up.
my God.
Jay-Z let his own lady do that.
It hurts, man. Like, we deal with this every day, man. We deal with this. Like, whatever friend you talk to during the day while I'm at work is now what I got to deal with when I come home. When I come home, I'm dealing with all her demons. Nigga, I've been fighting your demons for 15 years. The woman who you just met yesterday at the Walmart, now y'all best friends and y'all know each other and I ain't shit. I'm dealing with all her demons
Right.
at the house because she's getting away with it. Because nobody's checking her. Because nobody is bringing her to terms with what she's doing. So now it's rubbing off on my wife. And my wife, who's, you know, halfway decent and I love her and she's wonderful, she becomes a damn monster because of somebody she talked to. That's how demons, that's how they spread. That's where it comes from. It's not, it just jumps on you like the movies. Like you talk to somebody. The things that they think and the things that they feel and all of that, you know what, yeah. Vast T ain't come. I ain't going either. This nigga don't do nothing I asked him to do. And you know what? And he ain't even the king. Girl, I've been to the king tried to holler at me one time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even entertain it because I had him and he don't respect it and he don't appreciate nothing I do. I'm doing what Vast T did. That's what happened. And now I gotta fight this, and now me and you are about to split up, and the kids are gonna have one parent because of some shit Vast T did. It's ridiculous, all right? And that's what these princes are saying. Like, if we don't do something about this, now we all gonna suffer. It's bad enough you got a whore bitch at the house. Now we all gotta have a whore bitch at the house because your whore bitch demons are rubbing off on my bread. Sir, please give me the order. Give me the order right now. I will go take her out and her mom. You need to kill her mama too. I'll take them all out. We don't have this problem. Nobody in all of the kingdom will ever do this again, and men will be back to where they're promised. That's what they're saying. Keep going.
Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vastes come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Hate this. This is where they hate us. This is where the truth is just too much. It's just too deep right here. Read that last verse just one more time, and I want people to understand this. This is not something. This is not attacking. This is not something. Brothers and sisters should not be against each other. Husbands and wives should not be against each other, right? But it starts some way. And how those 7 princes were saying, like, we don't do something about this, if we don't correct it, if we don't check it, it's going to hurt everybody. It's going to spread. It's going to be a virus, and everybody's going to be sick because of this. We got to kill it right here, right? Read that last part one more time. Yes, sir.
Esther 1:19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vastes come no more before the king Ahasuerus.
Here's her punishment. Her punishment for not listening to her husband, for simply not doing what he said to come. All he wanted to do was show off her beauty. Yeah? That's all it was. He wasn't asking her to save his life. He wasn't locked up in jail and he needed her to come and bail him out or put some money on his book. Nothing like that. He just wanted to show his woman off. And she denied it. Now it seems that that's small, like sisters, that's small, right? I mean, who cares? I just didn't come when he wanted to show me off. Who cares? What's the big deal? Okay. The king, they was like, king, look, if it please you, because she just said no to you. Like I wasn't asking anything too hard of her. I wasn't asking her to save my life. I wasn't asking her to open up a jar of pickles. I wasn't asking her to do nothing hard. Let's come walk by, show your cute self off, girl, real quick. Come when daddy called you.
Right.
If you don't want to do that, that's a problem. You don't run me. I tell you what, this is what happens when a nigga don't run.
Read that last part one more time.
If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and Medes, that it be not altered, that Vastes come no more before.
Wait, stay your ass over there. He's just telling her, just stay away from me. Just stay where you at. You ain't want to come? Stay the hell over there. Or give me another wife. No problem. I'm proud of you. I want to show you off. No problem. Stay your ass over there. Just let that be a royal decree. What is it? It's like they said.
Royal commandment.
That's it. Listen, that it cannot break. Mm-hmm. That she cannot come nowhere near you, nowhere ever again. Keep her distance. No, I know you love her, King. Oh, I know she cute. I know you think she was good. You asked her to come and show off, but she clowns you, sir. Mm-hmm. She straight up clowns you for her own whatever she felt. You clown her ass back. Niggas don't do that. We don't do that. That's our problem. Yeah. I don't even want to look at the sister side because we don't do that. We somehow we like no, it's cool, no problem. Listen, I learned in the truth. Commander General YAHANNA taught me how to clown bro. Real quick. I'm going to say these words, so don't put this on Commander General YAHANNA. I'm going to say it how I say it. He taught me how to clown a fraud, straight up. And when I say that, I mean this. Don't you be the fucking duck out here when you're not doing anything but treating her right and doing what you're supposed to be doing. Let her be at it. Let her go. Mm-hmm. General YAHANNA told me that. General Hodge. General Hodge told me that. I'll never forget it. Years ago. He was like, you got to be willing to let her go. And it's something that brothers do not do in the world. Like when we in the world, we ain't willing to. You let her go, she your baby mama, you'll kill the next man for getting with her. Y'all ain't even together no more. Mm-hmm. Brothers, be willing to let her go. That's right. Let her go and be whatever the hell she's gonna be. That's right. Whatever the hell it was, let it go. This is why. Because if you don't, you will lose your mind, man. Like the brother, like he said, man, like Vashti, she want to stay over there, let her go. Nothing free said, let the unbeliever depart, right? Let them go. What are you trying to save a hope for? What are you trying to hold on to something that you don't want to be held on to? Let it go. You love her. I understand. It's a beautiful and it's a wonderful thing. You're a wonderful brother and a wonderful husband. I got you. Let her go. She wants pain. She wants misery. She wants death. She wants another baby daddy. She wants, I don't know. Let her have it. Let her go get it. Why don't you go get you one that wants you? Why don't you go get you one that wants to be saved? Why don't you go get you one that wants to be told what to do, when to do, how to do, what to do? Go get her. Because she's there. She found out. She figured it out. You beating your head against the wall with somebody who doesn't want to figure it out, and that's Vashti. Vashti she don't want to know. She don't care. Mm-hmm. Go get your ass out. Go find her. You know what I'm saying? You can go do it. You ain't doing nobody wrong. Let them leave. Let the unbelieving depart. Let them go. But here's the thing: don't be no sucker out here. Go get you another bridge. That's what he's telling. That's what they're saying right now. Let somebody else read that part. Let somebody else come up and take her spot. That's the part I want.
Okay. So Esther chapter 2 and verse 2. Then said the king servants that ministered unto him, let there be a fair young virgin sought for the king, and let the king appoint officers in all provinces of his kingdom, that they may gather together all the fair young virgins, unto Shinar the palace.
All right, so they getting all like the part that I wanted was before that, but if you can get that real quick, like what he's saying right now, they told him, let's just get somebody to replace Vashti. Like, let her go. I know you don't want to let her go, sir, but we'll get somebody to take your mind right on off of her. He's hurt. If y'all can imagine, I know y'all can't imagine us being hurt. Y'all never imagine that. Y'all think we just made out of nails and hammers and things. The king is hurt, right? And they like, F that king. This what you do, money. No, it's cool. It's cool. You're gonna have to check her. You know she a loud mouth, she a hot head. She gonna go on about her business. Let her go. What we gonna get you the bag. We gonna get you the finest girls in all of your kingdoms, all of these provinces you got, and it'll take your mind off of it. You're like, no, it's not. I love Vashti. Vashti was the shit. No, she's not. No, she's not. And this is what I learned. You know what I'm saying? It's what everybody learned. If somebody is in the truth, this is what we learned. If you haven't learned it yet, stick with me. I'll teach you. This is what you learn. That if a woman does not love the Most High, if she does not love the law, statutes, and commandments, she can't love you. She'll never love you. And you'll learn this. You'll figure it out. It'll hurt like a motherfucker. You'll be like, huh? You mean she carried my kids? What do you mean she don't love me? She don't. She loves her. She don't love the Lord, so she can't love you. Assurance didn't even have this. He's not even with the Lord. She loves herself. Mm-hmm. She just loves herself. She don't want to be embarrassed. She thinks that he's nothing. She looks at him. She thinks that she's the catch. She thinks that she's the problem. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you'll see it a lot. So this sister, she needs a lesson. Or this person, I don't even think she's a sister. This bride, she needs a lesson. And that's what the wise men, the princes are telling the king. Like, you know what? This is how you can handle that. I'm going to get you the fairest women in the kingdom. Let's see if somebody can change your mind. You know what I'm saying about Vashti. Keep going. Go.
Esther 2 and 3. And let the king appoint officers in all provinces of his kingdom, that they may gather together all the fair young virgins unto Shinar the palace, to the house of the woman, unto the custody of Hagar, the king's chamberlain.
Okay, drop down. If I'm getting to the part where once she's married, and then get to the part about the problem with the cat. So what the shop officer in the shop read up to now is just saying that this king, he had a wife. She was a horrible woman. She was an American woman. She was an independent woman. However you want to categorize it, Vashti is the woman of 2023. She's the woman of the world. She's, your TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, regular woman. Back 5,000 years ago. However long ago this was. You know what I'm saying? She was already around. The way that the king had to deal with her, and this is a king. This is not us. This is not a regular, average, everyday Joe that goes to work every day. Has to, kiss ass and keep a job or whatever. No, this is a whole king. And his wife disrespected him. She did not honor him. So please, brothers, don't think that there's anything special or wrong about your situation. Everybody's dealt with it. Adam dealt with it from the very beginning. His wife did not respect or honor him or the Most High. Here's what you got. This is what you have to take hold on to. That it doesn't matter. I don't care what my baby does. What she does not move what I do. And sisters, it's the same thing. If you're in the truth and say your husband is not, it has to be that same vibe. Like we're reading about Esther and how great she is right now. We ain't got to that part because we're reading about Vashti's stinking ass, who was not in the truth and did not have any in the sense that you sisters are learning in the truth. But every one of us have to continue and do what we know is right according to the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? No woman, no man should alter that in no way. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, you're going to deal with a woman because this king dealt with a woman that would not hear him, would not listen to him. You don't throw her away. You don't do anything. You live according to what you're allowed to do, right? I can't throw her away. What can I do? Find one of these fair broads out here that, you know, got some sense and want this attention. She wants me to be like, you know what? My wife is so beautiful. All I gotta do is call her. Yeah, she loves me like that too. Oh, yeah. Hey, baby. Hey, come in here, man. Just do that little twirl thing I like you to do. I'm pissed! Okay, no problem, dude. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go find me a fair young virgin out here that wants to be showed off. And, you know, it's what you can do. You can't throw her away. What you can do is go get you another one. Look, Commander Junior how to taught me. This is what people get. Like, people will clip what I just said just now. This is what people get from it. What people get from it is, go get another wife. Go. Brothers, some brothers only want one wife. Some brothers don't want no wives as the goddamn all. Damn right, get that of me. Some brothers don't want no wives. But then there are some of us who do want a wife, and we do want some help. We do want a little shoulder to, you know, lean on and holler at and all that. And some of us want that. And if you want that, you can go get that. You might not have had that from the beginning. The one you got is a goddamn, she's a monster. You want a teddy bear. She's a monster. Go get a teddy bear.
I want a baby doll.
The nigga want a baby doll. He want a my buddy. With my kid's sister.
No, I want a baby doll like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, I was saying one of the soft ones. That's why I said that. But anyway, yeah, the Barbie doll is hard. Anyway, it's a lot.
I got you, sir.
Anyway, what I'm saying is absolutely right. Some brothers want that, and if you do, go get it. Assurance, he wanted that. He was definitely hurt. Some of you brothers, there's nothing wrong with it. You're gonna be hurt if your woman leave you tomorrow. Brothers, I tell y'all right now, if your woman leave you tomorrow, please don't be hurt. Please don't leave the truth. Please do not. I'm telling you, hey, Isaac, can you give me that scripture, please? The Ezekiel, the Hebrew Academy one. Yeah, he took away. Yeah, told him not to
cry.
Yeah, not to mourn on it. Listen, man. The Most High took a brother's wife, and this woman to him, according to how we read it in the scripture, she was like the bomb to him. Mm-hmm. And the Lord took her from him and told him he was going to take her and said, "This is what you're going to do. You're going to still go do what I told you to do, and you're not even allowed to mourn about it." I mean, we crying. We out here, we losing it. All of us are losing it because we are that way about a woman. And that's what's so heavy about this scripture is because if you come to serve the Most High, it's like you don't have a wife. It's like I don't have no children. It's like I don't have nothing else. There's no offense to no wives and no children. We love y'all to death. Mm-hmm. But in my head and how I move, it's like I don't because it makes you special, right? To me, you're the most special thing in the world. To the Most High, all of us are special. You think that you're special. Every woman thinks that she is above every other woman and that you should honor her and worship her and follow behind her and kiss her behind for the rest of her life because she's more special than everybody else. But the way that the Lord works, they're not special. You're not special. I'm not special. I'm sorry to break it to you. You're not.
Ezekiel chapter 24, it started at verse 15. That's my right there.
God. So you not being special is important in this. We're all the same. I was talking to the brothers last night about communism. In the scripture, we read something in the scripture about all things being common. And it sounds like communism to me. But basically, it's that you're not special. Anybody know what communism is? Nobody get it?
So I give I could. That's more like kind of like everybody get the same thing. Like nobody has something more than someone else, but everything in common. Like everybody is on like the same playing field, sort of.
That's what communism is. All things being common. In case you didn't hear the brother, the mic went out. He said everybody got the same thing. If all things were common in this building for everybody in here, whatever's in your pocket, whatever's in your pocket, whatever's in my pocket, we would put it all in a pot and we would split it, and all things would be common. He came in with $30,000. I came in with $5. You came in with $12. You came in with $35. You came in with $5,000. Guess what? All things are common. We would put that 10, 5, 12, 10, whatever the fuck it is, all in the pot, and we would split it. And all things would be common. That's communism. Nobody's special. Nobody has more. Communism is like that. In China, in North Korea, if you go and buy a shirt, you can't say that your shirt is special. If you sell and you make shirts, your shirt ain't special. If you make shirts are $3 here. It's common. It's communism. I can't say that my shirt is special. Oh, I got that YAHANNA. Oh, no, you won't pay for that. It's gonna be $30 for this shirt. Or Gucci, or whatever the hell the other name you want to put on it. You're not special. I'm not special because I'm Gucci. I'm not special because I'm Fendi or nothing else. Fendi hell, $3. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, all things being common, all of us doing everything exactly the damn same, it would be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be that way if all things are common, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks that they're special. We're not special to the Lord. To the Lord, we're common. Only thing that makes you special is not giving a damn about yourself. Putting somebody else above you. That's what makes you special. That's what makes YAHANNA special. YAHANNA is special because he don't care about himself. He dies, you live. Special. He's special. You ain't shit. Salaga is telling you the truth. You don't need a damn thing. Until you do that, you're nothing. That's how it is. My woman ain't nothing either. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't special. No problem. What you do, anybody else do. If you care about yourself more than you care about me, or more than you care about other brothers and sisters, you're not special to me, and I'm not giving it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord gave us. I can't throw her away, but I don't have to feed into her agenda. Mm-hmm. She's special to her, you ain't special to me. You ain't special to me. Listen, let me show you how much you not special. Hey, Tanya! Come here. Let me show you how not special you are. Tanya, do that little twirl thing I taught you. That's what I do! Yeah, I taught her what you do. Shut up. Tanya, do the twirl thing. She fucking can't. She's not special. Let her go. Osiris has to learn this. He's learning to let her go right now with these wise brothers that he got rocking. Go ahead.
Son. Esther, chapter 2 and verse 20. Esther had not showed her kindred nor her people, as Mordecai had charged her. For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai, like as when she was brought up with him. In those days, while Mordecai sat in the king's gate, two of the king's chamberlains, Bethan and Teresh, of those which kept the door, were wroth and sought to lay hands on the king Osiris. And the king was known, and the thing was known to Mordecai, who told it unto Esther the queen. And Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name. And when inquisition was made of the matter, it was found out. Therefore, they were both hung on trees, and it was written in the book of Chronicles before the king. what Mordecai, after this thing did the king Ahasuerus promote Haman the son of Hamithia and the Agatite and advance him and set his seat above all the princes which were with him. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and revered Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence. Then the king's servants, which were with the king, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressest thou the king's commandment? Now it came to pass, when they spake daily upon him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai matters would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath, and he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had showed him the people of Mordecai.
Okay, so that's like I'm trying to catch back up a bit. Okay, so basically, think like America. What's going on in this situation? It's a sister, Black Hispanic, Native Indian woman. The people of the land, the king, he loved her. He wanted to marry her, and now it becomes this conflict between two different races. Like, yeah, she's with them. A good example is kind of like Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She married to an African, and we like, you know what I'm saying? Michelle, she in the game. Sister in the White House. Damn it, you know what I'm saying? I know it's some fried chicken going on that White House lawn. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know, even though we're not there, we know that it's cool for us. It's good for us. You know what I'm saying? If nothing else, she'll just holler at Obama. You know what I'm saying? A little pillow talk. Yeah, Obama. You know what I'm saying? You know I am a nigga, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, look out for the rest of the niggas. You know what I mean? Like, that's what everybody's thinking is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So this thing with Mordecai, he's the uncle or the father of the queen, damn near. You know what I'm saying? So I can just imagine, it don't say this in the scripture, but I can just imagine how Mordecai moving in the hood. If you can imagine, Mordecai is in the hood with all the niggas out there working, you know what I'm saying, under a service. Like, I ain't worried about that. You know who my daughter is, right? I know you don't know. Nigga ask, hey, T-Bone! T-Bone, tell this man who my daughter is. Oh yeah, no, his daughter is Esther. Right. It's Esther. Right. He raised. I seen her. I was there. This house. Like this here. So you telling me that I ain't got to do this? So basically, this is how I always picture this story: is that goddamn Mordecai running around there, showing out. He think that everything will be cool because his daughter in the White House. She in the big house over there. Ain't nothing gonna happen. And it's one of them cats that is just not having it. What's his name? Haman?
Haman.
No, Haman is not having that. Right. This nigga talking shit. Sit your ass down, nigga. You ain't Esther. Nigga, but that's my daughter. Say something else. I bet I go and holler at her. So now Haman want to put hands. Read that part. He want to put hands on Mordecai. That's what he said. You know what, nigga? Catch me outside, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We could bump, nigga. We could do this. That's what's going on. This is 2023 time. I always like looking at the Bible in my day. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing new. It's still us. The niggas that's here, right? This is us. So we back again. There's nothing new under the sun. It's just us. So I like to look at it in my turn. This is how I look at it. I look at it like, nigga, charge me.
You think you hot shit because you got people in high places? Cool. Catch me outside. That's what the brother's saying. Read the part about put his hand over. I want to put my hand.
Esther chapter 3 and verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had showed him.
He thought scorn to what?
To lay hands on Mordecai alone.
But that, let me get my ones. You see that alone, one-on-one.
Right, one-on-one. Let's get the right.
No, that's how I be looking at it. Like it's I don't even know what that means.
Fair one.
I need a fair one, bro. I need a fair one. He said alone. It's me and you. Me and you, Mordecai. Listen, you talking all that shit at the gate. Right. Every time I come in, right, you yapping. Nigga, next time I come to this gate, don't be here. Your ass here on site, Mordecai. On site, dog. That's what's happening. Go ahead.
And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shown him the people of Mordecai. Therefore, Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus.
Man, what that sound like? Man, that sound like that nigga that go and shoot up the whole neighborhood. Cause you whooped his ass at the club last week, and now he want to kill all your family. He just come and shoot up your whole house, drive by, just yeah. That's the mom bitch ass. Right. He a bitch ass nigga. Right. Who's just gonna come shoot up the house, babies on the scooters and big wheels and all of that because you whooped his ass. Right. Go ahead.
That were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus.
And it started out, he wanted his ones.
Right.
Now, he want to kill everybody. This nigga here, man, I can't stand bitch ass niggas, bro. I swear. Like that, how I look at it is, like I said, that's why I look at everything in nowadays terms, because I was there. I was right there. And the same thing, you know what I'm saying, that this cat did, or anybody would have did then, I'm doing it now. The same thing that he did then, they doing it now. You know what I'm saying? We back here on the earth. You know what I'm saying? This is how you know. You know what I'm saying? If this don't bother you, like if this is just like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, this shit is real shit to me. I was there. But I was right there. I was right there when Moses was stopping brothers from killing other brothers. Like my spirit is the same as these brothers was. Like I look at it like, man, this bitch ass nigga, listen, he was a bitch. Nigga, I'll fight you. You know what I'm saying? So what? That's my daughter. Right. What you gotta say? Right. Yeah, that's my daughter. I taught her well too, didn't I? I told her to stand on this truth. Bitch ass nigga. So I don't care. That's how this is going down. Mordecai is a brother, like to me, that just stands on, I know this is the truth. I know this is right. So what, you don't like how I'm saying? So like you don't like what I'm saying? So what? I don't care. Keep going.
Esther 3 and 7. In the first month, that is the month of Nisan, that in the 12th year of the king Ahasuerus, they cast her, that is the lot, before Haman, from day to day and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of the king's kingdom.
That ain't blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I don't know what. There's a people that's scattered everywhere. They're everywhere, man. These people, you just can't get away from them, nigga. Everywhere you go, it's niggas. They there. They just still left. You know what I'm saying? These people, I think we should get rid of them. What do you think is going on right now? What do you think? Everybody talking about the Illuminati and all that. What do you think that is? What do you think eugenics is about? What do you think abortion and all of that stuff is about? Putting drugs in your neighborhood. What do you think that's about? It's too many of you. You're dispersed throughout everywhere. They want to get rid of you. Why do you think they let niggas sell drugs on your corners? They don't. You go to their corner and try that shit. They want you to die. It's too many. That's the same thing Haman did. Haman did this way back when. He was a government official way back then that had face with the king and was able to tell him stuff that would get your black ass killed. Well, thank the Most High in Christ for Esther. Because in that time, there was somebody who truly loved the Most High, who truly loved blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and would not sell her soul or her body or her this or that or that or the other for her people. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the beauty of this story. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, it's 2023. This is not 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. It happens right now. If any brother, if any sister has any influence, any clout, any this, any that, y'all see brothers, y'all see Commander General YAHANNA, you know what I'm saying, use his clout for helping blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You see Captain Cesario, you see Captain Shop, Captain Ty Ward, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of brothers, General Hazayan, General Mayak, General Muhammad, like all of these brothers. They use whatever notoriety they have, whatever it is, to help black people. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a ton of people like Jay-Z or LeBron or whoever else who will use their notoriety as big as it is to keep you in the condition that you're in so that they can continue to excel and, you know, progress and rise or whatever while you continue to, you know. So, you know, this brother, I see him like me. I see him like a cat that, you know, he's just proud that he raised his daughter right. You know what I'm saying? And she's in a good position, and I don't have nothing to worry about. Like, look, brother, you good. I raised her right, brother. Stake your claim on that. You good. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna work out. And that's basically what happened. Everybody else was hating. Everybody had a problem with him. Haman wanted to kill the brother. He saw he couldn't touch him. He wasn't wrong. So he's like, man, I'm going after everybody, man. F that. I'm gonna find any way I can get him, even if that means killing everybody. All right, go ahead.
No, sir. Esther 3:9. It's like Esther 3:8. And Haman said unto the king of Sora, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the province of the kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's law. Therefore, it is not for the king profit to suffer them.
So, like America, you can freedom of religion. Basically, it's kind of like how this was. King didn't make them serve his gods or nothing. These people's ways are diverse from everybody else. They're different. They're holy. They're separate from everybody else. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's profitable to keep them. What good are they? They ain't even down with us. They ain't joining our military. Their ways are different from ours. Keep going.
Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business, to bring into the king's treasury.
That nigga said, I got 5 on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever it is you hiring, I'll put in on that just to kill them, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 10,000 on that. How much you need? I mean, I know I can't do what you do, but I just think it's beneficial for you, sir, that you just kill them all. And on top of that, as a good citizen and a good brother that I am, let me put in 10,000 talents. To help you out with that. I know you don't need it. Keep going.
Come. Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, the Jews' enemy. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seeth good to thee.
Good night, man. Why do you think you have abortion clinics in every ghetto and barrio and reservation? Why do you think there are liquor stores on every corner? Why do you think you can find guns at the train tracks? You know what I'm saying? Because just like this king is giving power unto Haman to do whatever he wants to do, they're giving it to your hands. This is the same thing that's given unto your governors and your mayors and your whatever else, your police officers. Do what you want with them. I think it's better that we kill them. No problem. Here, go do what you want to. You want to plant shit, go get it off. You can get it off, man. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly the same thing that's happening right now. This thing happened thousands of years ago. It's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? They're giving it into your hands. No problem. What you want to do, it's your business. Read that last part one more time.
Come, sir. Esther 3:10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it to Haman, the son of the Hamathite, the Gattite.
That's like you know, the badge.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the badge that the police officers had. The badge that a police officer has back in the day, it would have been the king giving his signet, taking his ring off and being like, and somebody see this and you show it. You come to that door, open up, police. Yeah, this the king's ring. You gotta, whatever the hell I say do, you gotta do that. It's here, it's right here. You looking at it. Where you get these from? You think I killed the king? The king gave me this. That's what that's saying. Keep going.
The king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Haman, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy. Let's drop down. Verse chapter 4. Come. Esther chapter 4, verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth and with ashes and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and bitter cry and came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the gate clothed with sackcloth. And in every province wheresoever the king commanded and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting, and weeping, and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes. So Esther's maid and her chamberlain came and told it to her. Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to Mordecai, and to take away his sackcloth from him, but he received it not.
Right. So basically, it's kind of like coming to court, right? Like when you go to court, one of the main things you got to do, well, used to tell you, like, make sure you put on a nice outfit, a little tie, collared shirt, and this, that, and the third, because the judge don't want you coming in with no sackcloth. You know what I'm saying? In other words, they're going to look at you differently if you come into the court and not looking like how they like, basically. So that's how the king was. These brothers are in mourning. They're in their sackcloth. They can't even holler at the king in their sackcloth. You know what I'm saying? Mordecai's like, no, I'm in mourning. The king don't like that. Put some clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. Like I keep telling y'all, like I look at everything in my terms. It's nothing new. We're back. It's just a different time. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different time. We're doing it differently. But it's the same exact thing. Like you couldn't go before the judge, you know what I'm saying, with sackcloth on. You couldn't go before the king with sackcloth on. You gotta, put some, otherwise you're probably not gonna get a favorable judgment. That's basically what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like they making sure, or Esther is making sure that Mordecai he's gonna go and say something. Yo, here, put some clothes on. I got some money, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, fuck your money. I don't want your money. I'm in mourning. I'm trying to get the Lord to recognize us. Forget your king. Forget your husband. I don't give a damn about him recognizing. I want the Lord to recognize us. That's why I'm in sackcloth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's saying what he's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not changing out of this. I'm going to read that part. Read one more time.
Come, so. Esther 3:9. And in every province, whithersoever the king commanded and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews.
What was the decree of the commandment?
Come. You want me to read that part?
I mean, do you know?
Yeah, that was kill all the Jews.
All right. So basically, because the brother Skip, Haman had convinced the king that it was better, it was beneficial that he got rid of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And he killed all the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that they are just the people that scattered and they are, they take our job, they low-key better at stuff than us and blah, blah, blah. It's just better if we just get them the hell out of here Brothers and sisters hear about it because Esther's in the White House. She knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? She lets Mordecai know. Everybody knows. Damn, what are we going to do? Shh, we got to holler at the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Let's put on this sackcloth and let the Lord know we in mourning. Let's let the Lord know we need him right now. You know, this, that, and the third. So that's where the shock is starting in 4. Start there. Go.
Esther 4:1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and bitter cry, and came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the king's gate clothed with sackcloth. And in every province, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting, and weeping, and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes. So Esther's maid and her chamberlains came and told it her. Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai, and to take away his sackcloth from him, but he received it not. Then called Esther for Hannah, one of the king's chamberlains, who he had appointed to attend unto her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was. So Hannah went forth to Mordecai unto the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. And Mordecai told him all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. Also, he gave him a copy of the writing of the decree that was given to Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go into the king to make supplication unto him, and to make request before him for her people. And Hannah came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. Again, Esther spake unto Hannah, and gave him commandment unto Mordecai, to the king's servants, and the people of the king's province, do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king into the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put them to death.
Okay, so this goes back to like in the beginning where the brothers was asking, you know, what should we do to Vashti according to the law, right? Everybody knows the law. According to the law, you cannot even come and talk to the king without being called in, without him being recognizing you, right? Vashti would have just walked in like, hey! Niggas sir, you just know. She can do this? What shall we do according to the law? Even Esther knew she wouldn't do that. So she didn't do anything according to the law. But everybody knew that this is how you had to do it. You had to do it a certain type of way. That's what this is talking about. Like according to the law, that part you just read. You know what I'm saying? According to the law, everybody's got to come in. They got to do it this certain way. All right? Go ahead. Come.
Except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not called to come, I have not been called to come unto the king these 30 days. And they told to Mordecai Esther's words. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. Verse 13, then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt not escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Then Esther Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer, go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise, and so I will go into the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish. So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther had commanded him. Now it came to pass on the 3rd day that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house. And the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house against the gate of the house. And it was so, when the king saw Esther, the queen, standing in the court, that she obtained favor in his sight. And the king held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand. So Esther drew near and touched the top of the scepter. Then said the king unto her, what wilt thou, Queen Esther, and what is thy request? And it shall be given thee to the half of the kingdom.
All right, so this sister has such a rapport with the king, with her husband, which is what a lot of sisters don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just read about this. You got Vashti, and then you got Esther. Vashti was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And this is one thing I think that a lot of people don't understand. Like, I think every brother thinks he's the coldest cat on the planet, and I think every sister thinks she's the most beautiful woman that ever existed. Right? I think that's just normal, because that's just me. I don't know if y'all think that about yourself. I think I'm the coldest one ever on the planet. I think every sister thinks that about herself. Now, that being said, if somebody think the same thing about me that I think about myself, that's the whole question, right? Well, that's T. She thought that she was the baddest bride that ever existed, right? But does everybody think that about you? My nigga, like, no, everybody don't think that about you, right? So what happened was she was found out. I don't know if we put Vashti and Esther side by side, if I would look at them physically and be like, you know what? Yeah, Esther is bad. I don't know if that would be the case. But I know when it come down to it, Vashti embarrassed her husband. And she made everybody else in the kingdom feel like they was worth less and nothing. Where Esther saved the whole nation. And she made her husband feel like he was the shit. And when he saw her, like we just read, when he cast eyes on Esther, it was a oh, yeah. Oh. Jeez, God, it's about time. Right. That's what this is. Like, people don't understand this, and sisters don't understand this. You think that it's about how you look. You think it's about how much money you spent on your wig or your lashes or how, whatever. Go down the list. I don't even need to go down the list. You think that's what it is? No, that's not what it is. What it is I called you to come do that little twirl thing that I like, and your ass didn't come. That's my problem. That's where I got a problem. Every
everything else that you think is so important is not. And so Esther is one of them sisters who she was one way. You know what I'm saying? When he called her, you can do that little squirrel thing. You can do that little. She hit that thing. She nailed it. What? Just like that. I don't even want to hit. That's that. And that will have you wanting to flip, do backflip that you can't even do. And sisters don't understand that, or they don't want to believe it. I think it's a demon that they got that won't allow them to believe it, because it seems like it should be pretty self-explanatory. Like, I'm telling you, you do this, you just come do that little tour thing. What do you want? What do you want me to do? Right. Huh? Right. Where? Huh? Right. That's what we do. They already got us like that. They don't know. When we come into the truth, you don't get it for nothing. You gotta come do the little swirl thing, or you gotta, you know what I'm saying, come to but right. At the end of the day, you can get anything you want out of it. And they don't understand it. This sister went to the king who would kill you if you said anything without him holding out the golden scepter. If you came to the king and you started saying something to him and he didn't hold the scepter out there for you to touch the top of it, oh, you dead. You dead. That's it. Well, this sister was all about that. She just wasn't Vashti. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's anything special about her waiting to touch the scepter? Oh, you're so wonderful. You waited to touch it? Oh, that was great. Nobody cares. It's just the fact that she wasn't Vashti. Like in comparison, in relation, everything is what I always say, everything is relative. Mm-hmm. In comparison to Vashti, you're great. Right. Oh, I love you. Oh, you are absolutely wonderful, girl. What do you want from me? Did you just make me waffles? Are those Eggos? I love Eggos. It would be wonderful because in comparison to Vashti, that's what's going on right here. You know what I'm saying? He saw her. She was like, I'm going to holler at her. Mm-hmm. He saw Esther. Girl, come on, you already turned it back, dog. Just accept it. I got you. Everything you want. What you want? Half the kingdom? You can have half of it, girl. We ain't even talking. We ain't even discussing this. Right. That's how Esther was. People don't understand this. They always think it's like some spooky, magical spell that Esther must have done, and she must have done it to him. Do what, sis? Appreciate it. You gotta ask what they do. They think it's like a spell. Ain't no spell. She just cared about somebody other than herself, though. Even if, you know what I'm saying, if it was her people, if it was her husband. Right. Her husband wants her to touch that scepter. Right. She thinks it's the dumbest idea in the world. Guess what she's doing? Touch yourself. Touch the damn scepter.
Esther 5:4. And Esther answered, if it seems good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him. Then the king said, cause Haman to make haste, that he may do as Esther hath said. So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared.
Anybody see anything heavy about that right there? Let me get the time sake. The brother said, what? You said that verse?
The king said, cause Haman to make haste.
Read it again.
Cause Haman to make haste.
It looks like his ribbon came in and touched the scepter now. Wow. She done came in and touched the goddamn scepter. King said, automatically, yo, tell Haman to hurry the hell up. You just touched my scepter, girl. Yeah. Haman! Hurry pretty ass up in here. Make haste. You know why? This is white. had a request. That's it. Haman was his right-hand man. Had his face. Got this nigga about to kill a whole nation. That sister came in, that Hebrew Israelite, wonderfulness, Judite, Issacharite, whatever ite it is, came up in there and shut the whole thing down. Nigga said, "Look, man, tell that nigga to hurry up. Mine taking too long. Hey, baby, is it too long for you? If it's too long, I'll kill this nigga." That's how every sister should be. Right. She should be like Esther. She should be somebody who is number one, down for the Most High and down for her people. You know what I'm saying? She should be a sister who honors and respects her husband. She should be a sister who is able to get anything that she wants because she's righteous. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what's so crazy about it, because her shit, everything that she wanted was right unto the Lord. She should get everything. She should be honored, and her brother should give her everything she wants, because all she wants is what the Lord wants. Now, where you find her? Find her, and she can get it from me too. I'll be like, "I appreciate you, baby. You right. I need to go to camp. You right, baby. Did you? Yeah, listen, do you need some money for tithe?"
You don't even know what to ask.
Oh, hurry the hell up! The hell is taking this nigga so long? I be on it too. I had that nigga on. My wife said, "You got to hurry up."
Yeah.
That's all I know. It has become a decree. She is the queen. That's what it is. That's what's happening right here. And he's making it a decree because she said it. Keep going. Sir.
Esther 5:5. Then the king said, "Cause Haman to make haste, that he may do as Esther hath said."
Man, every woman, like, this is what you want. You just don't know how to get it. Right? Every woman wants this. She wants a man to listen to her. If you're her man, you should be listening to her. She'll never get it because she's an idiot. She's simple and dumb as the day is long. She'll never get it. Esther got it. Esther was able to make a king, do what she wanted to do. She was able to have a whole kingdom do what. Hey, listen, bro. Hurry the hell up. Esther said, "You gotta hurry."
Yeah.
But sir, I thought you was a king. Nigga, Esther said. Now, here's the spirit behind it. Any woman who serves the Most High and loves the Most High the same way that I do, she's a princess. She's somebody who, you know what I'm saying, just like Deborah, you know what I'm saying, Deborah. And that's how she was, right? And she was a woman who everybody should be, because she cares about what the Most High. She loves her people. There are some people like that. Esther was one of those people who she would die for her people. That's very rare. Even for a brother, that's rare. You brothers that are in the I.S.U.P.K, you know that your life is on the line for every brother and sister that come up under you. Now find a sister that's able to do that is willing to do that, not able to. Willing to do it. Right. Deborah was one of them. Esther was another. I can't think of another one. Rahab, what's the sister's name? Rahab. That y'all, they ain't ringing no bells with nobody. I think Rahab was one too. Rahab was the sister that let the brothers down in the basket.
Oh, okay.
Rahab. What I said? Rahab. That's what it is. Yeah, her, another one, willing to risk her life, right, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's not normal. It's not normal for a brother who's willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so Esther, she's a woman who I would give that to. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want, bro? You need that nigga to hurt him? That nigga right here. Hey, nigga, hurry up. Esther said that. It's for you. They can't get that. They not gonna get that because they not Esther. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get a day. You're not gonna get a goddamn Valentine's Day or anniversary or nothing because you're not Esther. Every year I remember what Esther did. Every goddamn year I remember it and I talk about it and I will brag about it forever. You on the other hand, nah, you ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you sisters, this is what we strive for. It's the same thing with brothers. This is what we strive for. You know what I'm saying? You see what these brothers did before you. When you get there, brother, yeah, even then I still wouldn't think I was nothing. Understand this. You ain't doing nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you stand unto light, when you give your life the way YAHANNA did, the way those disciples did, the way Paul did, when you willing to do that, then we can talk. Other than that, it's all about, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Oh, my wife said this. Oh, my slavery said that. Oh, my kids don't want me to do this. No problem, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Esther, a sister, was willing to give her life. The other sister, I always love bringing up in the magazine. I always like bringing her up in the Maccabees, chapter 7, 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. Always think about her, man. She lost her life, gave up her son, willing to leave, and it's messed up. We gotta say it like that. Nigga gotta die, but that's what it is. That's how you know somebody's real. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just all it is to it. You know what I mean? And Esther was real. She was somebody who really cared about her people unto her life. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read on.
So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. And the king said unto Esther at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? Even to the half of the kingdom it shall be performed. Then answered Esther and said, my petition and my request is, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and it pleased the king to grant me my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I shall prepare for them, and I will do to them tomorrow as the king hath said. Then went Haman forth that the day fulfilled, and with a glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he stood not up, nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai. Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself, and when he had came home, he sent and called for his friends, and Zerah his wife. And Haman told them of the glory of his riches, and the multitude of his children, and all the things wherein the king had promoted him, and how he had advanced him above the princes of the servants of the king. Haman said, moreover, yea, Esther the queen did let not man come in with the king unto the banquet that she prepared, but myself. And tomorrow I am invited unto her also with the king.
Right, so the brother's over here bragging. He like, yo, I'm in there. I'm tight to the king. And then the queen came in, and she was like, yo, I'm throwing a banquet. The only people I want is you, my husband, and Haman. And he feeling like he's special because he got called to this banquet, and it's just the king and the queen or whatever. So he's bragging about it. He think everything cool. He like, yeah, I got these niggas where I want them. You know what I'm saying? These Jews about to die. You know what I'm saying? His rib out here, she messed with me. You know what I'm saying? The king messed with me. I'm in there. I'm good. Go ahead.
Come. Esther 5:13. Yet all this availeth me nothing, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting in the king's gate.
This nigga still pissing me off, though. Like, I mean, I got all this going for me, but I don't even feel right. I still don't even feel like it's even nothing, man. Because this nigga's still here, but he ain't dead yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, the king still letting him live around. Because Because that holy guy, Esther, something like how he come. That's his daughter. You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fix that though. I'm gonna fix that. I'm just gonna buy my time. But I see she's stupid. She don't even know. Right. She don't even know what I got going. She all on my side, but I got this. Go ahead. Come.
Esther 5:14. Then said Zeresh, his wife, and all his friends unto him, let the gallows be made of 50 cubits high, and tomorrow speak thou unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon.
Yeah, y'all know what the gallows is now, obviously, because he just ended it. But the gallows is they would make it, those little steps. You walk up the steps, on them old westerns. Mm-hmm. They got the little thing, put the rope around your neck, and it was this whole little stage little thing where they pull the thing out from under you and you get hanged. That's the gallows. You know what I'm saying? So let the gallows be made what?
So come. 50 cubits high.
Or however cubits is, must have been high. It was like, let's get them ready, get ready for death. Go ahead.
So come. And tomorrow speak unto the king that Mordecai may be hung thereon.
Mm-hmm. Right, the king mess with you, man. Right. They go ahead and just put your petition in. Let them know that it's bothering you. Like Mordecai is still here. All right. After we make this good thing a little bit higher, you get Mordecai the hell up out of here, man. You see the queen messing with you. She advised you to the banquet. It's just you and the king. The king is rocking with you. Man, put your request in, bro. Go ahead. Come.
Then go thou and merrily with the king unto the banquet. And the thing pleased Haman, and he caused the gallows to be made. Verse 6. It's like chapter 6. On that night could not the king sleep, and he commanded to bring the book of the records of the Chronicles, and they were read before the king. And it was found written that Mordecai had told of the Tanha and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains that kept, like the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hands on the king Ahasuerus. And the king said, what honor and dignity have been done to Mordecai for this? Then said the king's servant that ministered unto him, there is nothing done for him. And the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was coming into the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. And the king's servant said unto him, behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, let him come in. So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, what shall be done unto the man who the king delighted to honor? Now Haman thought in his heart, to whom would the king delight to do honor more than himself? And Haman answered to the king, for the man who the king delight to honor, let the royal apparel be brought which the king weareth, which the king uses to wear, and the horse that the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head, and let this apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man whereof whom the king delighted to honor, and bring him on horseback through the street of the city.
Right. So the brother, he's going through it. He thinks that the king is talking about him. The king is thinking about Mordecai because of the great deed that Mordecai did. Mordecai heard about people trying to put their hands on the king, and he thwarted the whole plan. The king finds out about it, and he wants to repay Mordecai for his loyalty, for his kindness. And so because Haman, his homeboy, they so close, they just talk. He see his face. Hey, what should I do for a man that holds the favor of the king? He thinks he's talking about him, so he tells him everything that he likes. Everything that he wants, run it all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that he's talking about the nigga that he hates. You know what I mean? He's against your brother. The king is with him. Whole big problem. Keep moving.
Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighteth to honor. Then the king said to Haman, make haste and take the apparel and the horse as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew that sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail on all that thou hast spoken. Then took Haman the apparel and the horse and arrayed Mordecai and brought him on horseback throughout the street of the city and proclaimed before him, thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delighted to honor. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate. But Haman hasted to his house mourning and having his head covered. And Haman told Zerah, his wife, and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zerah his wife unto him, if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him, but shall surely fall before him. And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlain, and hasted to bring Haman unto the banquet that Esther had prepared. Chapter 7. So the king and Haman came to the banquet with Esther, the queen.
Jumping down to chapter 9.
So we got the background. I just want everybody to get the background. So I think we got a good background. Basically, this is all artist drama. We got a sister who serves the Most High, loves her people, loves her father or her uncle. She's married to a heathen who don't really give a damn, but his homeboy hates the Jews, wants them dead. He's been in the ear of the king, even more so than Esther, his wife. Mm-hmm. King don't know nothing. He don't even realize that this is his wife's people, the woman that he loved and all that. Mm-hmm. He's just like, this is my boy, cool, no problem. Eventually, he, you know what I'm saying, Esther goes through the whole process of letting the king know, like, you know, I know you didn't know, you know, but this is my family, this is my people, you know what I'm saying? They come from the same people this is the people that taught me how to make this banquet for you, mm-hmm. how to love you and how to honor you and obey you and do better than Vashti did, you know what I'm saying? These are those same people, and this fool that you got as your homeboy wants us all dead for some petty ass or whatever. So now, jump me on to where we get to the memorial. Chapter 9.
Esther 9:17. On the 13th day of the month Adar, and on the 14th day of the same rested day, and made it a day of feasting and gladness. But the Jews that were at Shinar assembled together on the 13th day thereof, and on the 14th day thereof, and on the 15th day of the same they rested, and made it a day of feasting and gladness. Therefore the Jews of the villages that dwelt in the unwalled towns made the 14th day of the month Adar a day of gladness and feasting, in a day of sending portions one to another. And Mordecai wrote this thing and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the kings Ahasuerus, both nigh and far, to establish this among them. that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar and the 15th day of the same yearly. As the days were in, the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy.
Man, which is the point of all the high holy days, man. And I've heard it from people. I don't know, some of y'all may have heard it as well. You know, coming out of the world, coming out of the Christian church. To them, we seem like the enemy of God. We seem like the enemy of Christ. And when I say that, I mean because we don't do the same thing that the Christian church does. We don't run up and down the aisles, foaming at the mouth. We don't do all of that shit. And so because we don't do that, we seem like the enemy of God. Like you're not in the spirit of God if you're not foaming at the mouth. If you have a party, if we put food together and have drink and have music and enjoy each other, that's not God-like to them.
Right.
Like that's like the world to them.
Right.
Well, according to the scriptures, if you ever read the Bible,
Right.
every one of the Lord's high holy days is a feast. It's a party. It's a celebration. It's something that we remember. It's why we do it the way that we do it. Read that last verse one more time.
Yes, sir. Come. Esther chapter 9 and verse 22. Salakia, chapter 9 verse 21. To establish this thing among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar and the 15th day of the same yearly. As the days were in, the Jews rested from their enemies.
They rested from their enemies. Now, you tell me, anybody, if you were being harassed, chased by your enemies, the day that you get rest from them, what is that? What is that day like? What is the day that you get rest from your enemies? Nobody? So, but here's the thing. We've been so messed up in this place. Y'all don't even know that you're being chased. You don't know that you are fucking prey right now. So maybe you don't know. When I got rest from my enemies, when I came into the I.S.U.P.K, when I came into the truth, and I got rest from my enemies, meaning that I stopped running. I stopped thinking the way that I thought about my life and about the things that were around me. You know what I'm saying? The things that were happening to me, they were happening to me because of my enemy pursuing me. You know what I'm saying? That day was heaven to me. Like I told y'all brothers the other night, like when I first came into the truth, it was like, oh God, damn. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to tell everybody about it. You know what I'm saying? It was this, that. That day when you get rest from your enemies, it's a party. It's relief. It's a whole nother level. Salakia, Yahaza, give me a shamar on this door, please. You don't have to be you. I just need somebody on this door. From when you come into the truth, it's another level. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't feel the same way that I felt before. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of the same things before. You know what I'm saying? So how this is saying, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna remember this as the day that we got rest. In other words, yesterday, Haman was gonna kill us all. But today we're alive. What is that day? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a party. It's a celebration. You know what I'm saying? Like we're alive. You know what I'm saying? If you survived and you was in the airplane and all of a sudden goddamn oxygen masks start falling down and you hear you hitting it. If you escape that,
right.
It is a damn party. I don't care where we at. I don't care what abandoned island we're on. It's a party, brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically like I was saying. Like this is the vibe. It's the spirit. Like of course you don't have to have a party. You don't have to blow out candles on the cake. You don't have to blow up balloons.
Right.
But it is the spirit that you have.
Right.
It's like it's a party. Like I'm free. Like I made it.
Nah, what you're saying is, man, it's so heavy, sir. Because like you said about we're alive, we were all supposed to be dead. Our nation, our family was supposed to be exterminated, and here we are today, alive. So we should celebrate, like you said. And what you were saying is so heavy because I was thinking about it. Imagine if you're in court and you facing the death penalty, but you get found not guilty. As soon as you walk out the courtroom, you celebrate. You know what I mean? Like it's going down tonight. You know. So you're right. So that's
I mean, like you said, and like you said, that court thing, like you in here, you're in the court, but you know your life is in the hands of this person sitting up on this bench. It's the same thing that it was here in Esther. So you knew that Haman, that bitch ass nigga over there, my life is in his hands right now because of what he said to the king. Right. And then the king be like, man, F that. Esther said, y'all good. So y'all good. You talk about a party, dog. Nigga, and listen, we gonna do this every year. Right. Every year, we gonna do this. We gonna remember what Esther did. Esther! This one's for you, man. We gonna get it in every damn year. Tell me what Esther did, and it's a party, brother, but there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It should be that way. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead and keep reading from there.
Yes, sir. Come. The book of Esther, chapter 9 and verse 22. To establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar and the 15th day of the same yearly, as the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies.
Let a fake Israelite tell you, you gotta stay in the bed all day. Wow. You gotta stay in the bed all day. It says it right there. Read it again.
To establish them among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar and the 15th day of the same yearly, as the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies.
Where the Jews what?
Rested from their enemies.
Where they did what up?
Rested from their enemies.
You supposed to be resting today. Ain't supposed to be no party. You don't rest when you party. You can't cook up no food. Don't cook up no food. This is the way you rest. You want to rest, brothers and sisters, rest. I'm not telling you not to. This rest is a rest from the stress that we had before. That's what rest means. It doesn't mean you have to lay down and go to sleep. Salakia, handle that for me back there, all right?
Not even the bad real quick.
I don't care. Handle that for me back there, all right? It is not where I have to sleep all goddamn day. That's not what I'm doing. No, I don't have to be asleep to be resting. I'm resting from that nonsense you had me stressing on yesterday. Yesterday, I thought you was gonna kill me. Today, I can rest easy. That's the rest. It's not that I have to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Your rest, the Sabbath day, is not that you have to sleep all day. Contrary to you roots and berries, phallus picture passing around, killing sisters in the school, whatever. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean that I have to stay in the bed all Saturday, not get up, not cook nothing, not drive to the other side of town. It's not the rest that it's talking about. The rest is that I don't have to get up at 6 o'clock and go see goddamn Tom's face when I walk into his building. It's the rest. It's the rest that I don't have to look over my shoulder, act like I'm doing something when I ain't got shit to do. I'm not doing that. I'm at rest from that. That's what it is. It doesn't mean that I have to sleep. Ignoramuses. You know what I'm saying? All these fake Israelite groups that think that the day of rest means that I can't cook a hamburger.
Right.
You're an idiot. You don't have to cook a hamburger for Tom.
Right.
That's your rest. If you want to cook a hamburger for you, it's not rest. If I want to pick up a piece of corn, it's not me breaking no rest. Even if I pick corn all week. Now this corn is for me. It ain't for him. When I pick the corn during the week, I can't put my mouth on it. Now, that's some good ass corn.
Right.
I wish I had this corn earlier this week. I was so hungry. It's crazy. You do not understand that this is for you. You know what I'm saying? This rest is for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Lord gave us these high holy days for. So He gave us the Sabbath day for. It's for you, so that you can rest. You ain't gotta go through the same nonsense we went through earlier today. Some of us gotta go to slavery tomorrow. Lord be with us. Here's the thing. We're rehearsing these acts so that we can get it back to where we call the shots. We determine when we go to work. Who's going to work, who's that, the third. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of this show. That's the point of these high holy days. That's the point of the memorial for us to remember for this. So that our kids have a heritage. They have a tradition. They have, you know what I'm saying, kingdom. You know what I'm saying, that they can ride with. And that's that. All right? Anyone?
Esther 9:22. As the days were in, the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned into them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions one to another, and gifts to the poor. And the Jews undertook to do as they had begun, and as Mordecai had written unto them, because Haman, the son of the Hamathite, the Agagite, the enemy of the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had caused Purim, that is, the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. But when Esther came before the king and commanded the letters that has wicked device selected, which he advised against the Jews, should return unto his own head, and that he had sons should be hanged on the gallows. Wherefore they called this days Purim, after the name of Purim. Therefore, all the words of this letter and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them, the Jews ordained and took upon them and upon their seed and upon all such joined themselves unto them, as it should be not fall, as it should not fail, that they should keep these 2 days according to their writing, and according to the appointed time every year, and that these days shall be remembered and kept throughout every generation and family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Purim should not fail among the Jews.
So, of course, we have the high holy days, which you can find in Leviticus chapter 11. Chapter 11, you can find all of the high holy days. The difference between today, Purim being a memorial, and say Passover, which is coming up April 1st, being a high holy day. High holy days are days that the Most High ordained, that the Most High commanded that we keep. Memorials are things that we as a people decided, like, yo, we're gonna keep this, we're gonna remember this. You can do that with any day you want. In America, they have birthdays, right? We don't do birthdays because it's the tradition of somewhere else. But if, let's say, if we decided to do that, if at some time, if any of y'all who have kids and your kids was born on, you know, January 1st, and you want to remember that day every year, there's nothing wrong with you doing it, okay? It's your choice. It's not a law. The Lord does not make you do it. There is no law against you doing it. And so, therefore, you can do it. What you cannot do is follow the traditions of other nations. So if you just do it because somebody else is doing it, and you find out that, yo, they're doing it because they're worshiping another God, or this or that, the third, then you would be going against your God. If somebody does something and it doesn't go against the Most High, they're not worshiping another God. You like the tradition that they're doing. You like what they're doing. Technically, it's not nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point of everything that we do. Everything that we do, we worship the Most High in our own way. We are supposed to rule the earth. We are supposed to be the princes and the princesses of this earth. The only thing that's supposed to be going down is, first of all, what the Most High says. Second of all, what we say. You know what I'm saying? Right. So at the end of the day, if it don't go against the Lord's laws, and I decide to make a law like, you know what? Today is going to be eat a pickle day, right? You got to eat a pickle today. That's just what it is, because I am the head of this province. I'm the prince of this province, and I say that's what it is. And it don't go against the Lord. And so now you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like how Purim is. Purim, we was in charge. We decided, you know what? That was a heavy day that just happened yesterday. I saw Esther do some stuff that was amazing in my eyes. And I want my daughter to remember this. I want my son to remember this. So guess what, y'all? I'm the head of Israel right now. We're going to remember Purim every day. You know what I'm saying? We call it Purim after this. No law doesn't go against the Most High. This ain't no high holy day, but it's a memorial. So we remember it because our forefathers wanted us to. You know what I'm saying? My dad wanted me to remember this day, so I remember this day. We're going to eat, we're going to drink, we're going to, you know what I'm saying, teach it unto our kids, give them their traditions, give them their heritage, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Was there any more
Just
on
a little
this?
bit more. Esther 9:22. And that these days shall be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Purim should not fail from among the Jews, nor the memorial of them perish from their seed. Then Esther the queen, the daughter of Abihal, and Mordecai the Jew, wrote with all authority to confirm this second letter of Purim. And he sent the letter unto all the Jews, to the husbands, to the 127 provinces of the kingdom of Asuras, with the word of peace and truth, to confirm these days of Purim and their times appointed, according as Mordecai the Jew and Esther the queen had enjoined them, and as they had decreed for themselves and for their seed, the matter of the fasting and their city, and their crying. And the decree of Esther confirmed these matters and Purim, and it was written in the book. And the king of Asuras laid a tribute upon the land and upon the isles of the sea, and all the acts of his power and of his might, and declaration of the greatness of Mordecai, whereon the king advanced him, and they not written in the book of the chronicles of the kings of Medes and Persia. For Mordecai the Jew was next unto the king Asuras, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people and speaking peace to all his seed.
That's God, right? So Mordecai became a great man based off of his love of his people. You know what I'm saying? The love of the Most High. You know, he stood so strong for his power, for his people. You know what I'm saying? And he raised somebody else. He raised a daughter to do the exact same thing, which is nothing greater than any one of us can do. Like the kids that we have, like you have the opportunity to raise sons and daughters who never celebrated Christmas, who never this and that and the third, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like your children have the opportunity to be better than you are. You know what I'm saying? And like what Mordecai did in raising Esther to be how she was, like this wasn't even his daughter, his biological daughter. He raised this sister to be excellent, man, to be so great. And this is why, you know, in the I.S.U.P.K, we do not believe in abortions. We don't believe in anything like that, man, because you don't know what that child that the Most High created is meant to do. You don't know. It could save your whole goddamn generation, your whole nation, and you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? How many of these rappers' mothers hated them sons? You look just like you sound just like your daddy. All that rapping you doing, that's what he sounded like when he was talking to me. She hated him until he bought her a brand new house in the suburbs somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know what these kids are supposed to be, what the Most High created them for, right? So even with Esther, who was not his biological daughter, she became the salvation for a whole nation of people. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, Mordecai became second only to the king. Like Mordecai, now he came up because of the great job he did in parenting. You know what I'm saying? In raising this daughter who wasn't even his. So you wonder why the I.S.U.P.K is like we adopt children in the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? If they Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, they can be taken care of and raised to be something great, the same way Esther was. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point of this whole thing, man, that our people are great, man. No matter what we're going through, no matter what condition, no matter what slavery, what captivity, wherever the hell it is we still serve the almighty power, the creator of this earth, man. It is nobody, not a king, not an army, not a nothing that can touch us, you know what I'm saying, when we on our game and we doing what the hell we're supposed to be doing according to the law, statutes, and commandments. So, you know what I'm saying, with that, you know what I'm saying, that's why we do it. This is why we remember it. So it's like a little, you know, I was telling y'all brothers yesterday, you know what I'm saying? It's like that little that gets you over the next hump for the next year. You know what I'm saying? Like Passover do it for me every year. Like every year I get rejuvenated at Passover. You know what I'm saying? Like it's why you gotta be there, because all year I've been getting checked, I've been getting, you know, I done lost this, I done hurt that, I done this, that, and boom, boom, and whatever else. Bruh, Passover, I'd be like, God damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I needed this rejuvenation. That's what all of our memorials, all of our high holy days are. All of the times we come together, all of the times we link up, it's a rejuvenation. You know what I'm saying? Me and the brothers and the sisters got up, you know, not too long like we do periodically. You know what I'm saying? We get up, it's a rejuvenation, man. Shah was talking about it yesterday, you know, in Orlando. They went bowling a couple of weeks ago, man. It's a rejuvenation. It's something, you know, this memorial, these feasts, these parties that we have. That's what it's about, man. We ain't faking no funk like no Christians, acting like this is serving the Most High. The Most High gave us this day of rest. He don't need no rest. Right. You know what I'm saying? He don't need no party. He don't need no food. You don't need no strong. I need that. Right. You need that. You need the strong. Let's get together and get some goddamn strong. So with that, we're going to end the class, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do it up the next time. This time next year, Purim again. Of course, we've got Passover coming up April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. You can catch all of us there. Come out, meet and greet. You know, these brothers is doing heavy things in these zones, man. Jacksonville getting it in. Call the number if you want questions on classes. You got questions on classes. Orlando, Daytona, Tampa, West Palm Beach, we getting it in, man. So you know what I'm saying? Call the number. You got any questions, man? You ain't got to fix your words, how you ask your question. Ask whatever question you want to. You know what I'm saying? We'll bring it out in the scriptures, man, under the spirit of the Most High in Christ. So I'm pass it over to Nishad. Nishad, whatever you got it out.
Come on, sir. Like we got, like Cap said, we got the Passover coming up April 1st. Okay. Raleigh, North Carolina. You can find that in the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1 through 51. Also in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4 through 5. Okay. So with that, if you have your plans, you made plans to be in Raleigh, North Carolina, you want to use you want to use the buses and stuff that they're going to have available for you to move around in the city, okay? And it's going to make it a lot easier for you to get from place to place, because it's going to be really hectic and busy in the city at this time of the year. They're going to have a lot of other worldly things going on, concerts and stuff like that. So you definitely want to use the trolleys to get from all the events that we got set up, from the black party to the children's party. They're going to have, taxis basically available for us to use. So we definitely want to use that. Okay. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end the class. Men of Israel, I want to say Amajim. Okay. We're going to send up the courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yahweh hands down, sisters can stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters that are in the class. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatah Hashem Yahushua. Yahweh hands down. With that, class dismissed.